Hi. So I know I never go live, but I felt like today I'm pissed the fuck off, first of all. So I wanted to go ahead and share what happened today. And I'm just irritated. So the incident that happened with my mom, I will share the videos on here after this video, and just show you. Basically, I want to kind of just show you all the different basically posts why, like, to see the white people be able to see the minorities who, think that they're better than other people because ya tienen su citizenship, ya se creen gran cosa, or, whatever their mentality is, that they have this entitlement to treat people that they're ignorant because of their minority, because that they're valued less, or they're not important, whatever thing in their head makes them have that entitlement that that of course derives from slavery and that history. So I'm just tired of the shit, and I normally just post videos and sharing justice videos on my Facebook feed to kind of flood my timeline with the things that are going on, so that people can wake up, the people that still have that mentality, to wake up and realize that this happens every day. Just because it doesn't happen to you, like, doesn't mean anything. And for the minorities that think that they're better, like, you're not special. Like, they look at you exactly the same way like they look at all of us, less than. So it's just, we need to come together and unite and be able to say, we're all in this together. Let's work through this together. Let's support each other. Let's be able to join forces and stick to each other. I see so many posts, and I love it when I see people, standing by and being able to help people out, and just record the situation so that it doesn't get out of hand. I love seeing all those type of videos, and I share those. And basically, they don't fucked up and mess with my mom today. So of course I ended up having to post this video. And like I said, it's very long videos. Some of them like 50, like a couple of them are like 15 minutes, but I just want you guys to see, everything that happened. And then it's pretty much happened at Cold Stone here in Greensboro, North Carolina, in Friendly Shopping Center. My mom called me upset, almost crying, because she went to Cold Stone and she had bought a cake. There was two transactions that were posted onto her statement. She went to Cold Stone. She tried to explain to them, showed them on her phone where the transactions were showing posted for for the same amount. So then they basically shoot her off. They did not want to help her. They were not trying to listen to her information she was providing. So she was upset so much that a cop was right there. She went and asked them when she was at the bank. She went to ask them, the cop, explain the situation, and asked him if there was anything she could do, because she didn't feel that it was fair that she went and bought a cake and they charged her twice and they were not willing to refund her money. It was only $37. So I'm sorry, I'm still pissed about it. But so I'm a little bit shaking, but pretty much she calls me upset. She's talking to the cop. I get on the phone with the cop, and the cop's telling me the whole story of, he's speaking to the owner, and the owner's explaining that, they weren't able to find the transaction, and basically explaining to the cop that they're going to look into it. That they're going to look into it and call her back once he figures out, the owner of that Cold Stone Creamery. It is a franchise of Cold Stone, so I'm not sure the name of the owner is. I wasn't able to get that information, or I didn't get that information. But so she wasn't able to get her refund. That's the story. By this time, I'm already upset because my mom's telling me the whole story, and that they were trying to play her like she was ignorant, and that her statement was not valid, that she didn't have documentation. They wanted a receipt for the cake that she bought. It was for my brother's birthday. We had already ate the cake and everything, so we didn't have the receipt. But clearly on the transaction, it showed both of the Cold Stone transactions on there for the same amount, same date. So sorry, by the time I end up leaving, as soon as I'm on the phone with her, I tell the cop, like, don't worry about it, we're gonna go ahead and head over there, because he's already given her this much of an issue to give her a refund. I know he's not gonna call her to give her money, or he's not gonna take it seriously. So then by this time, I'm already heading over to Friendly Shopping Center, to the Cold Stone, and my mom's meeting me up there. So when we get there, this is where the video starts of us getting to the Cold Stone. And as soon as we get there, of course, I'm already upset, because my mom is literally like about to cry about how they treated her so wrong there. So once I have the conversation with the lady, of course, you guys will see that I was very upset. We have the whole conversation, and she's still not trying to refund the money. She's trying to call the owner. All of a sudden, the owner is not answering the phone. They're not trying to refund the money, so far that they ended up calling security and a police officer over to us while she was in the back, because I guess she was saying she felt threatened, when we literally asked her to refund the money. And so by this time, we have the whole conversation. The cop that is actually talking to the owner, by this time, when he calls back, the cop starts being like literally chuckling with the guy, talking about something about being hourly workers, but he's really salary, and that, yeah, like chuckling at the end. He's saying something about, yeah, I know, like kind of agreeing with the owner on the phone. Like, to me, it came off saying that, oh yeah, the customers are being rude, like how dare them, they come in here. Like, yeah, we're demanding our money back. She came the first time and let you guys know that the whole situation. They told her that the bank was the one that took the money, that she had to go to the bank because they didn't have the money, that the bank is the one that took it, that they only charged her that one time. So when my mom went to the bank, that's when she ended up getting a printout of the transaction to be able to go back to Colston with me to have the paper documentation. So on the video, you guys will see all that. And I just want all this to stop. I'm tired of this shit. Like, we all need to stand up against it. We all need to be vocal about it and demand our respect, demand that we have the equal same opportunity that everybody else has. Like, that shit is not fucking fair. I pay fucking taxes. All the shit that y'all do, probably even more, because some of y'all don't even fucking pay taxes or have jobs or any of that stuff. So it just makes it difficult when we're all trying to contribute and then we're not sticking together. So I'm tired of dealing with all this injustice. I'm tired of seeing it. I do it on my regular basis when I see it, but I felt today I had to speak it in a social manner where I could speak to multiple people, because we all see it. The ones that we have went through different situations like this, it sucks. You don't want to have to go through that. You want to walk in and for them to be able to help you. You don't, and with my mom, I don't play with my mom. So essentially in the whole video, she ends up going ahead and getting, and at the end we end up getting the refund. Apparently the girl was so tired of dealing with the situation that she went ahead to the back, got money from her personal money apparently, and gave it to us. I tried to give it back to her. She said, no, keep it. I just want to be done with this situation. Well, you could have just gave my mom her money back whenever she asked for it the first time. It was a whole mess. You guys can listen to it. It's just, I can provide details, but pretty much essentially it's just that it got blown out of proportion for something that should have been handled the first time. It took the guy like a few minutes for him to search the transaction to see. They try to say that the cop said that the reason that the owner had an issue, and that essentially it was our fault that he didn't want to give us the money, or he refused to return the money, it was because we did not tell him the correct transaction date. He said that we purchased it on the 10th, and then it wasn't charged until the account till the 13th. And that's why he couldn't find it, and that's why he was not willing to return the money, even though she had proper documentation and everything. And he was able to find it and got the money. And I don't know if there's something going on with the girl, if maybe she stole the money, to why it was charged twice, to why she felt the need to go get it from her personal account. Or from personal money, or the owner, they're taking the money. I'm not sure why it was such a big deal for her to get her money back. Have your mom go to her bank and dispute her transaction in her account. She did go there, but the whole thing is that they were lying to her, telling her that the bank is the one that stole, like took the money, that they didn't even have the money at all. So they told her, no, like you have to go to the bank. They're the ones that have the second transaction amount. And that's when my mom had documentation. So at that point, that's when I talked to her and I explained to her, like, no, that's not valid. If you have documentation, you wouldn't even have to come to the bank to have a paper statement. You should be able to pull up your account and show them, and they should give you your money back without having the receipt or anything. They can see the double transaction. And then the guy was questioning whether my mom was at the right Cold Stone or anything. The girl recognized her as soon as we walked in. The officer, like I said, he was very friendly with the guy. It took over like 30 minutes for them to have a conversation of whether they needed the money or not. At the end of the day, she had the transaction. All you had to explain to him was, okay, I see the transaction here in paper from her bank. What is the issue? Can you return her funds? And even he said the owner told him to give us cash. And at the end, he tried to switch it up, saying that the owner did not give him. Maybe I misunderstood. No, that's what you said right after you got off the phone with him. And they were giving each other signals on what, like, it was just a whole weird, like, transaction and situation with the lady there. And then with the officer and everything. And the security guard was fine. You know, he didn't say much. It was much more I guess the supervisor. The lady all of a sudden started crying. So I don't know if because she got caught and it was blown up bigger than what she thought it was going to be blown up, because I guess she just thought that my mom was just going to, you know, get away and then not have to come back for her money and just take it as a loss. But it pissed me off. Like, I'm tired of it. And no, it's not fair. So I'm just hoping that you guys see it and share it, and just, you know, anytime you see things like that, you are able to say something and vocalize it and stand up. Like I said in the video, even if it was 20 cents, I would still be in here, because to me, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And that situation was not right. I don't know if Cold Stone, that's a policy of them, that they put a hold on your account for a cake. My mom ordered the cake. When she walked in, that's when they charge her for account, so they didn't even have her card number. So how is it possible that you have a hold on a cake before you even have a card number? That doesn't make sense. She paid right then and there. The amount went through. Obviously, you gave her the cake. So I want to know if Cold Stone maybe can see the video and answer, like, is this a policy that you guys have, that you guys put a hold on a cake for $37, even though she paid right there, and then, you know, have this much issues with a return policy. You know, she was very dissatisfied and heartbroken that she was treated that way. And it's just upsetting that, you know, like I said, there's plenty of jobs. If you don't like it, get another one. There's no way for you to treat people like that. You don't know who you're dealing with, who's the mother, daughter, or anything, what people are going through. You don't know anything. So you don't know how much money you don't know anything for you to treat people the way you treat them. So like I said, let's all unite. Let's continue to, you know, support each other in your business and whatever endeavor you do in situations like this. Like, let's continue to stand up for what's right. Let's continue to show them that this shit is not right, and we're not going to continue to deal with it, that we are going to stand up against it. And together we'll do it. Thank you. Videos coming up soon.